For analysis on the ANC's decision to summon the former president for disciplinary proceedings and all other electoral matters, I'm joined by political analyst Dr. Levy Ndou. Good afternoon, Doctor, and thank you very much for your time. So you've heard there that impromptu Q&A with reporters. Clearly, the developments around the former president Jacob Zuma being the focal point here in that Q&A, and the former president Thabo Mbeki going on to state that what has happened here is that former President Jacob Zuma has committed a very serious offense against the constitution of the ANC. Your views on this?
Good evening, Fundo. Good evening to the viewers at home. It is quite clear that indeed the relationship between former President Zuma and the ANC does not exist anymore. And my observation is that what former President Mbeki is indicating, it's exactly what it's in the minds of many people, that the ANC finds itself now in a situation where they have someone who claims to be a member who might, because of being a member, still want to participate in the activities of the ANC because the ANC has done nothing. What would therefore happen is that the leadership of the ANC has to follow the Constitution and do exactly what the Constitution says. But beyond the disciplinary proceedings, it is quite clear that everybody is saying that there has been a serious violation of the ANC Constitution, and that creates a situation where we do know the outcome. The other factor, in my view, is that the ANC appears to be saying the renewal program or the renewal agenda, which is being embraced by its former leaders and those who are still loyal to the ANC, would also therefore have certain people flushed or removed from the party so that the ANC should remain with quality. And that's why they now refer to former President Zuma as a former comrade. On
just the renewal program, there are those that have criticized the program, saying that it's not moving at a pace that is satisfactory to rid the ANC of alien conduct, if you will. So what of that? Because that was one direct question that I believe it was one reporter that asked the former president Thabo Mbeki that how exactly will you go about fixing the ANC? Because even on his campaign trail in Soweto, he stated that they are fixing the internal problems. But when asked directly, how will you go about doing that? I didn't quite get the answer. I'm not sure if you got the answer, just beyond the renewal program.
Well, on the renewal program, remember there are many challenges that the ANC is facing that relates to ill discipline, that will relate to issues of corruption, that will relate to gatekeeping, and many other factors. Those are not the factors that, in my view, can be dealt with in a very, very short space of time. It is also correct that the ANC has been able to attract a lot of people whom others have actually joined the party for wrong reasons. And that is why in the renewal program, which will not be a very easy or smooth route to take, it will also therefore take some time to be dealt with. And I still believe with those who say that there could be wrong people within the ANC, even as we speak, who might not be on the side of the renewal program because of what brought them into the ANC, which is not actually the correct agenda of the ANC.
Then, Doctor, to take you back to the summoning of the former President Jacob Zuma. On that one, it seems much has been made of the timing of the decision to discipline him. Next week, it's just 3 weeks before elections. Your views on just those that keep making much of the timing, saying perhaps it will lead to some people sympathizing with the former president, feeling that he's being singled out, he's a person that is being attacked. Your views on all of this?
I'm also of the view that the timing might not be very much favorable to the ANC, in the sense that with having members of the MK party and some members of the ANC having to divert their attentions from the elections and focusing on matters related to the disciplinary committee or procedures, it might not be a very good timing for the ANC. At the same time, it also gives the MK party, in my view, and former President Jacob Zuma something to campaign about, which in my view is something that could have been avoided. But it appears as if the ANC saying this is the time to act, and they don't want to postpone taking action, because the longer they keep quiet on the matter, the damage also continues to happen. So I think they want to quickly make sure that the matter of Jacob Zuma and the MK party is actually put to rest, and very quickly.
But Doctor, perhaps you can delve deeper into this. How is an individual being brought or subjected to a disciplinary hearing going to translate into votes for a political party? Yes, there will be media coverage around the matter, but what of those people that say at this point it would be insulting the intelligence of the electorate to say that at this point in their lives they would be voting for a person who is perhaps being victimized, that right now the crisis in South Africa is so bad that they want to actually vote for somebody who will have policies maybe to turn around the economy?
It will actually require also the ANC, in my view, to still go out and clarify these matters. The ANC should be aware that indeed former President Jacob Zuma could still want to play the victim card, as has actually done in the past. But the unfortunate part is that here is a former leader who continues to say that he's a member, but also at the same time creating a lot of distraction onto the party. And I think that it appears to be a matter that has been thoroughly discussed in the ANC. Hence the ANC leadership, including former President Mbeki, say, even though we might be in a position where we can lose some of the votes to the MK party, let it be, as long as they've actually done what is right.
Doctor, thank you very much for your insights this afternoon. That's political analyst Levy Ndou speaking to us.